All right, so yes, my title is how I feel about this gun. This Smith & Wesson Shield EZ and 30 Super Carry is a stupid gun. And the only reason I came up with this opinion, and granted, it's just my opinion, and if you don't like it, that's okay. I promise you I'll get over it. Is like, look at this thing. Like, look at the size of it. Smith & Wesson advertises this as a micro compact. And here's a 19X, all right? Which is even actually bigger than overall than a 19, because here's a 19 sized gun. This is a Shadow Systems. Look at these two guns. And this compared to this in terms of what you will get out of this gun versus this one in self-defense, like, it's not even comparable. Let's go back. Also not comparable. Oh, hold on a second. Look at this. Smaller in every dimension. 43X. Yet it's advertised as a micro compact with 10 rounds in the mag versus the Shield mag, and not the Smith & Wesson Shield. This is a Shield mag for the 43X, 15. Now, granted, the 43X only comes with a 10-round mag. However, these are very easily obtained. So, you know, not to get into a whole lot about the argument about 9mm versus 30 Super Carry. In my opinion, the 30 Super Carry solved a problem that didn't exist. No one was asking for this round. The ballistic tests I've seen have never been with, and I'm sure someone's going to give me a link. I have not seen a test yet where it compares the 30 Super Carry to a 9mm plus P, which most of us, or at least a lot of us, who are carrying the 9mm are carrying plus P, because you know what, you can, and it gives you a little more pop. So why Smith & Wesson? Like, now granted, this is going to be cheaper than this, but they're not too far off in terms of MSRP to a 43X. And look at this. Smaller in every single dimension. And you get more out of the 9mm. And like I said in the beginning, there are so many makers of 9mm compacts now, subcompacts, that I don't understand why you would want this gun. And this is probably why this gun is on sale for $279. You know, and I wouldn't have bought it other than, you know, I'm a collector, and I saw it for this price, and I said, you know, that's just cheap enough that I will get it to play with it. And I just I did not realize, because I did not look a lot into dimensions before I bought it. It was so cheap. I was like, why not? And I just bought it. But then I put it along my 43X, and again, you know, this is basically a 19. This is a Glock 19. This is a Shadow Systems MR920, and you can look at the size. Look at this thing. I mean, they're almost the exact same size, and this even has a threaded barrel. So, you know, and like for some other comparison here, let me see a big gun here in my safe. Oh, here we go. What is this? Yeah, 10mm, the Glock 20. So when it comes to Glocks, other than longer slide versions, longer barrel, that this is as big as it gets. Like, this is a full-size weapon. And look, I mean, like, it's not too far off. Like, I mean, it's not quite there. You know, we'll give it some, but like, when you put them on top of each other, I mean, it's like, we're not too terribly far off of the 10mm versus when you put, you know, a 43X on top of it. You know, you can see that this is quite a bit smaller, very noticeably smaller, being the 43X. But this thing, I don't know what, I mean, I can understand the Shield Plus that comes with the 15-round mag and 30 Super Carry, but the whole point of the 30 Super Carry was to have, like, oh, the capacity is going to be, it's going to be so much better. Yeah, I guess if they're only competing with their own gun, which would be the EZ9, yeah, it carries 2 more rounds than the 9. But as you can see, like, the mags, I mean, and this one here is holding 15. Granted, it's a little fatter, but, you know, so I don't know, you know, I got it for cheap, so I don't care. But the Smith & Wesson EZ, in my opinion, is a stupid gun. And, you know, if you own a bunch of guns, you own a bunch of 9s, there's definitely no reason to buy this unless you just want to buy it like for the reason that I did, which was that it was just cheap. But if you're looking for a gun and you want to carry a gun to protect yourself and you don't have a whole bunch of options and you're not a collector, then I would stay away from this one. Maybe the Shield Plus would be fine if you're just hell-bent on getting a 30 super carry. But look, seriously consider the 9s. Like, this advice here, you know, hopefully will save you some time, and it could potentially save your life when you're talking about capacity here. Like, the question that often comes up is like, how many rounds does it take to win a gun battle or to protect your life from an attacker, right? Well, nobody can answer that question. There's too many variables. And every situation will be different. But you will answer this question with a question, which is, do you want to have more ammo or do you want to have less ammo? Okay, because if you want to sit here and tell me like, well, the 30 super carry is just so much better, it's more powerful than a 9. Yeah, baloney. That's nonsense. If you want to tell me it's better than the 380, sure, yeah, great, it's better than the 380. The problem is the 380. Hold on now, let's see what we got here. This is the Bodyguard 380. Okay. Yeah. Even compared to a 43X. Let's flip it over. Okay, so the 380 is tiny. This is a fantastic gun. Great pocket gun. I love it. Never have ever had a malfunction with any ammo at any time. I wish I could say that out of the car that I tested, but like, this is a fantastic gun. So my point is that this gun in particular is just absolutely stupid, considering the options we have on the market today. So anyways, something to think about. Feel free to leave your comments, but those are my thoughts.